one topic. First person
What
versus
the hell
third
happened
person.
to his voice?
My bad,
Oh, there
I got
he
it for a
goes.
second. We gonna do the one topic. Fucking first person versus third person. What I was gonna say.
Wait, man. All right. Go ahead. All right, finish.
We gonna crank it up. And then the other side topics can be after we talk about the big topic. The side topics will be bigs and not bigs. Steels can talk about What do you want to talk about, Steels? You said you want to talk about the Call of Duty beta or nah?
Touch up.
Yeah, let's just bring up.
We can bring up.
Beta,
We can bring up the beta.
Red Dead.
Yeah, the Red Dead, and then we'll close out with that.
Wow, bro, the money is way less when you don't have when you bring them in dead. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's way less, bro.
No,
it was like it was $5.
It's the time limit. It's
and
the time limit, bro. If you brought them in with like 9 minutes still on the clock, compared to if you bring them in when it's a minute still on the clock, bro. One is like $5 payout, the other is like a $20 payout.
Oh my
Sorry, I'm about to. I want everybody to continue talking so I can check the levels on.
God. Okay.
All right. Yeah, that's why when they're dead, I just go ahead and cash them in right away. Cause when they're dead, I'm only in it for the XP. That's how you rank up so fast, is going in for the XP.
Hey, Judd, can you start talking so I can hear Judd's voice?
Just start talking. I'm on deck, boy.
Hey, Judd, can you start talking so I can hear Judd's voice?
Just start talking. I'm on deck, boy.
Hey, Judd, turn your microphone level up a little bit.
Up? Okay, up a little bit.
Hey, try. You ready to do another double one?
Alright, here we go. Alright, I just went up 2 bars. Let me know what you think.
Oh, go up like 6.
Hey, Judd, go ahead and talk after you.
I just went up 2 bars. Let me know what you think.
Go up 1 more bar.
6.
Yeah, I was gonna say go up like 2 more bars.
2 more bars. 2 more bars. All right.
Go up 1 more bar. Yeah, I was gonna say go up like 2 more bars.
2 more bars. 2 more bars. All right. What about now?
There you go. That's a lot better.
All right. What about now?
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
That's a lot better.
All right, let me go ahead and get this. Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Damn, Trav got a. There's an echo somewhere.
Nah, because he's
someone's
playing it
TV.
back as he's doing it.
Oh, okay.
It was me. The echo's from me. My bad. Hold up. The echo's from me. Hello?
Yep.
Hello?
All right.
Hello?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm about to start it. So everybody good with those topics? Like I said, I'm gonna start the timer. This shit stopping at 30 minutes, regardless. If we get to the third topic or not. Once I get to 25 minutes, I'm gonna be like, all right, man, let's wind it down, and then we just gonna say closing remarks.
Well, that's where you need to keep track of is.
Yeah, I got the stopwatch going right now.
We put a limit on this first topic, and if we want to do 30 minutes, then just let's.
The main topic should
15
be.
minutes top.
Main topic should be.
On the main topic.
So that get okay, 15 minutes.
So 15, 5 for Call of Duty, 5 for Red Dead, and then
that's it.
5 to wind down. That's it.
All right, so
and then that'll give us room to play, because if Call of Duty's only like 2 or 3 minutes, then you can talk a little bit more about Red Dead. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and then FYI, when I start the podcast, I'm gonna just say, hey, we in the building. Everybody just say their name real quick, and then we jump in. Who wants to? Steels, you want to go ahead?
We don't have to do that. Just you go. Hey, we're here. PSNBS. I'm here with Steels, Chaos.
Oh, okay.
Musa.
All right, I'll just do that.
We don't have to keep full introduction every fucking episode.
All right, and then I'll just go ahead and bring up the topic, and then we'll get into it, and then we'll go with Steels. You want to go first? Who wants to go first on their opinion? I feel like AJ should go last.
Let the special guest.
No,
Let's
okay.
start talking. Just be like, all right, well, There's been a long time coming. We're about to get into it.
Yeah,
Here
yeah,
we
yeah.
go.
Yeah,
And
but I
then
mean,
just be
who?
like,
After
first
I
person
bring it
to
in.
do fuck third person. Done. Next.
All right.
Oh god.
All right, let's go. I think this random's about to kill me in this game, but it is what it is. All right, I'm about to hit the timer.
I hope not. I started the mission.
All right, y'all ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Hey. You know what this is, man. It's another episode of PS and BS, man. We back in the building, man. I got those boys with me, man. We got Steels in the building, Random Chaos in the building, and our special returning guest, Boosa, in the building, man. And it's that episode everybody been waiting on, man. This is that one, man. Third person versus first person. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get straight into this shit. And how I want to start off is, man, fuck that third person shit, man. Off top.
Yeah.
Off
First
top,
person for
man.
life. First person for life.
Shut the.
Halo,
shut your
Call
ass.
of Duty,
No.
Apex,
Mm-hmm.
Left 4
Destiny.
Dead, Destiny.
Give it to him.
Should I fucking keep going, man?
Keep
What
going.
y'all
Give it to
got,
him.
man? Cyberpunk 2077 ain't even out yet. Fallout. Come on. Borderlands. Fuck, man. Let's go. Shit, man. Who wants to rebuttal this, man? Who's on the third person train, man?
Kind of quiet over there on the
It's
third person
quiet
side.
already.
It's quiet.
I'm
Had
just
all
letting
this
y'all
noise to
chat,
talk
man.
to
I'm just
before,
letting
but it's
y'all
kind
do
of
what y'all
quiet.
do.
No, don't let us chat. Don't let us chat, Boosa. Don't let us chat. Tell us.
Say what's on your mind.
Say what's on your mind. Give us your list of the greatest third-person games you've played. Go ahead, give it to us.
Off top, I'm gonna hit it with the Grand Theft Auto. That is, I believe,
That's like a
number
cheat
one
code.
on the third person. I don't even care what you call it, bro. That Grand Theft Auto is the number one best for third person game out. Next, I'm gonna go with like the Ghost Recon because it's like more of a close up third person, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, you ain't pretending to look through somebody else's eyes.
Hey Jay, let me cut you off right there, man. Cause you just
Man, you can't cut that man off.
All right, go ahead. No. Okay, go ahead.
Y'all jumped in with talking fuck third person. So guess what? He gonna say something. Relax. Wait
Yeah, go
your
ahead.
turn.
Yeah.
Everyone going down the line.
Go ahead. Just remember that Ghost Recon though. Go ahead. Just go ahead. Go ahead with the list. Keep going with the list, man.
Alright, after that Ghost Recon, I'm gonna say, you know, that Tom Clancy Splinter Cell, man. That is a cold one. And then when Metal Gear broke out of the story camera into a real third person, that kind of set it apart in the game as well. You know, I ain't calling all the cheat codes, whatever. Hey, epics is epics, my bro. So it is what it is.
Hey, this man called out Ghost Recon. Does he not know the first Ghost Recon to drop on the original Xbox was a fucking first-person shooter? What the
And
fuck?
Guess what? They changed it. Why? Why did they change it? Why did they change it, nigga?
Language.
My bad.
Oh, sorry.
Why did they change it, sir?
Sorry.
Why did they change it?
Because of Call of Duty, man. And probably a lot of people.
It don't matter.
No. So why didn't Battlefield change, huh?
Man, I don't got nothing to tell you, man. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
All right. Now, listen. Now
Let's
we
get-
let
let's
you
get-
talk your shit. Listen. All I'm saying is, I got a few list of games that I will definitely take over some of your first-person games.
All right.
First of all, we're gonna throw out GTA, Rockstar, you know, because they got Red Dead, they got GTA. I don't really care about any of their other games.
Okay.
But not only Rockstar, one of the most popular games in the world right now, Fortnite.
Oh my god.
One of the most popular games in the
Fortnite.
world right now.
And what was
Fortnite,
dry
right?
already?
Exactly.
got
What was being
The
out?
Division. Hey, you got almost all of Resident Evil games. Mass Effect.
Not the last Resident Evil.
Max
FYI.
Payne.
That was first person.
What?
The last Resident Evil. That was first person. If I'm not
That's
mistaken.
because some crackhead messed up.
Oh, okay. All right, but keep going, man. Keep going, man.
Some crack.
Now I understand
Oh,
that.
Crackhead,
I
though.
understand. Go ahead, Steels. You got your little rundown. You got a little list.
All right, listen. I'm not gonna say a list. No, let's take.
I want to get
into.
into. Yeah, I want to get into details.
This is what I'm gonna say. All right. I'm a gamer. I play games. I'm not to one type. I'm not to one whatever. I play first person. I play third person. The reason why we brought up this concept, this discussion, is because our other two hosts here will only play third person games.
No, not true. Not true.
No,
Not
that's
true.
what
Not
y'all said. That's what y'all
only-
said.
not
Okay, fine.
only-
Okay, let me finish.
Y'all are
and then you can-
hesitant.
then-
Hesitant.
Then you can put your shit
It's
in.
a
Okay.
preference. It's not a preference.
Okay.
It's not that we're biased in any way. It's just a preference.
Okay, it's a preference.
Hold on,
But-
I'm gonna have to intervene
Oh my
on
gosh,
that.
damn
I
it,
am
Judd.
very biased.
I'm
Yes.
trying to
hate
defend
first-person
us,
games.
and you're gonna
Judd
shut
is
me down
biased.
after defending it.
Jed
I'm
don't got.
quick,
defending us.
real quick,
I'm biased
real quick.
as hell. I hate first-person games. I
The
feel like
game,
it's
one of the
stupid.
one of the games that y'all mentioned, Division. I have it. I played it. I enjoy it. Destiny is a lot like Division. There's someone in this group right now that will not play Division because it's first person. Although
Yep.
it's a good game.
That's me.
Yep.
So
And
that's what I'm saying.
and the
is
thing with-
that I prefer first person because that's just what I've played more of. I
Right.
played God of War. I've played Uncharted. Those are probably, if I had to put top 10 greatest games that I've played on PlayStation, not top 10, I'll just do a quick top 3. The greatest games that I've ever played for PlayStation top 3, in no particular order: Uncharted, God of War, and Last of Us. All third-person games.
Jesus. So I'm the only one out
However-
here.
Thank you.
However,
Thank you.
I still prefer first-person games. That's just me.
Right.
If I enjoy
just-
the game, I'm gonna play it. Whether it's first person, third person, second person, half a person, I don't really
I don't
care.
wanna be a half a
about all that.
they're
I'm more
disrespecting
for-
the half people.
Am I gonna enjoy the game?
Right. And I feel like, honestly, with the first person versus third person, like with first person, the reason why I like first person more over third person because I feel more immersed into the game. Like, I don't see a person, I see the gun. Like, if I went into a gun range right now in real life, I don't see the back of my ass. I see a gun in my hand. I look down at my hand, there's a gun in
Why
my
are you
hand.
looking at the back of his ass, though? You should be.
That's
looking
what
at the
y'all
back
looking
of
at
his
on third
head.
person. Look what y'all looking at. Y'all looking at the back of somebody's head and the back of somebody's back. That's all you looking at. You looking over somebody's
I'm not
shoulder.
looking at-
You looking
I'm
over
not
somebody's
looking at-
shoulder.
Listen though, the main thing is first person games can't capture is the
What?
full body motion of actual first person, bro. Like some
What?
of them games you look down, you can't see your feet. You can't see
Some
the
of them you
collar
can.
of your
Yeah,
Fuck
you
yeah,
can.
there is
I
some you can
understand.
see your feet,
I
and fuck, I want to look at my
Yeah,
feet
yeah.
for.
because it's
Well,
first
what the
person,
fuck
ain't
you
it?
want?
But what do I want to look at
Yeah,
my
I
feet
can
see
for?
that.
If I'm gunning
It's all
and
or
running,
none, right?
if I'm
It's
gunning,
all or none, right?
if I'm
If
gunning,
you're gonna do it right.
if I'm gunning people down, fuck am I looking at my feet at? And first of all,
Because-
all these newer games right now you talk about, Destiny included, you can see your feet. You look down, you can see feet there. You look down, you see a gun there. It doesn't matter. You look up, you see a sky. It doesn't matter. What am I looking at? I'm looking at the end of my gun barrel, knocking people down. That's what I'm looking
But
for.
isn't that what first
POV.
person is supposed to capture though? It's supposed. You're saying
My
immersive,
eyes.
right?
Right,
You said to be
immersive.
immersive.
So
How is the whole
So-
body structure not a part of the whole immersive?
So why
system?
do you think that Cyberpunk 2077, one of the most anticipated game to come out?
Yet.
The game's not
we're
not even out
talking
yet,
about
but
a
it's
game that's not
okay. The
out.
last
We're not
game, the last
talking-
game, the last game that came out from that developer was The Witcher 3, and that game has won multiple Game of the Year awards, multiple years.
So where's your point? What's your point?
That was a third person game. And they went to everybody that loves third person, that's like Judd or like Boosa, that doesn't like first person, is pissed off that Cyberpunk 27 is first person. And their response is that the game can only be more immersive in first person. They said if they gave you third person, you wouldn't be able to walk down the street inside a 2077 and feel like you there. Like you in
You gotta
VR.
feel like you're in
Like it's
2077
VR.
and put the VR
Okay.
headset on.
Yes.
Put the VR headset on there. That's how you
That's
should
still
be playing
first
first
person.
person. You should be
Still
playing
first
first
person.
That's
person.
first person.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You should be playing first person
So
with
you
a
put-
VR headset. You should not be playing first person with
controller.
with a headset and controller, bruh.
Nah.
Oh my god, man. Y'all
Now,
wildin',
the
man.
one thing I do, the one thing I
fact.
do agree with them with the whole third person is, yeah, with being able to see the body, because in Division and
Cosmetically.
GTA, you cosmetically you can wear outfits,
Yes.
backpacks, stuff like that. That's one thing that with Destiny, it's like you have all these shaders and different types of helmets and you can change your armor and stuff like that,
But
and
get-
you can't see it. But in
But-
Destiny at the same time, there's certain times, like when you're riding your speeder, when you're walking through certain parts of the world, when you're doing
Right.
certain missions, you do go into third person. So it's
Right.
actually both. Majority of it is first person.
Right.
But they at least give you that aspect of saying, yo, this is what your Guardian actually looks like. You can see his helmet, you can see this, you can see that.
Right.
I think if they introduce that more into games, then
Yeah,
you'll have
and-
this
and-
less.
and you do
I'll only
get-
play it because it's third person, or I only play because it's first person, because it's
Right.
a little of both. But again, it's
Right.
just the game itself.
And
for
you do
me.
and you
And that's
ahead.
right. I believe I agree with that. I agree with what Bobby said, because just like how GTA did it, where now they have
Yes,
first
that's
and
exactly
third,
what I was
so
gonna
both
say.
People can do it.
And Red
It's-
Dead.
bro. It changes the whole game. And Red Dead.
And-
My bad. And Red Dead. Bro, everybody plays it now. Everybody can play it. Whatever your taste or your preference
Right.
is, everybody can do it now. You know what I'm saying? You won't have a disagreement to it, and it's not like a half-ass first person
Nah.
or a half-ass third person. It's a
Even
whole
Battlefront.
of both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For a good quick example, I won't take too long on it.
Yeah.
2K, which is the game I'm playing right now. Me and my brother growing up hated 2K.
Damn.
That's right. Long time ago, 2K had a rival. NBA
Live.
All the way up to
Oh
about
yeah, I was on live.
2010.
I was on live. I was a live boy.
We only played live. Why?
Same.
Because we didn't like using the sticks. We didn't
Same.
like using the stick to dribble and shoot and all that stuff. We're a square button shooter. We like using the sticks to dribble, and that's how it is. All of a sudden, 2K got smart and realized, hey, there's a market out there with this NBA Live shit.
Uh-huh.
Let's allow, because there was a time where you could only play with the stick. You could only shoot. You could only dunk. You could only lay up using the sticks. And then all of a sudden, NBA Live disappeared, and 2K got smart. And they're like, you know what? Let's make it an option. You could actually turn on square button to shoot. And to this day, I was back in 2010. To this day, I'm still using the square button to shoot in 2K. And
Wow.
I'll tell you right now, if they didn't do that, I would not be playing 2K. Because
Wow.
I just don't like. So that's why I said I could understand both aspects with the first person and third person. You have your personal preference on what you prefer to see. And, Chaos had a good argument and point when we talked about this last week is when you hide behind something, you have more peripheral vision on
Yes.
what you see around your guy. You can see more. But
In
with
real
that being
life.
said, first-person games want to be more realistic.
Right.
If I'm hiding behind a wall, I can't see around my back to see what color backpack I'm wearing and shit. I can only see what's in front of me.
Exactly.
Right.
That's realism.
So
But
that's where you have the more realism, so you can keep the argument going. There you go.
but
But
but I am gonna say, listen, video games, yes, they're made to be realistic. They're
No.
made, well, not made. They're made to,
Entertain.
have the feel of realism.
No,
But
they
they're
want the
not-
realism.
You're not supposed to act like this is real life, bro. Like,
Right.
It's a video game, bro. Keep making. You want to keep it the mentality that that's still a video game. That's why they're trying to shut
That's
down.
your
video games.
mentality.
No, that's
but
your
the developer's
mentality.
mentality.
Right.
is,
It's up to the
How can
developer.
we make this more lifelike?
Right.
That's their
In certain
mentality.
games, because you got games like Forza, which is simulated out, where it is realism first, and then you got games like Rocket League, where you're fucking using cars to shoot soccer balls in the goals. You know what I'm saying? So it's really what the developers want. You know what I'm saying? What people like. There's people that like that realism. to the T. Like
And
I
there's
like
people that hate that realism.
right, like with like wrestling games, like with WWE 2K. I'm not a big fan of WWE 2K because I feel like it's too realistic. I'd rather it be more arcadey, like when it was on Nintendo and shit like that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like those arcade wrestling games more than I like the simulator games. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather play Mortal Kombat than I like playing UFC. Huh?
And I think
Didn't you
UFC
say
is too
that you were
freaking
looking
technical with the
forward
way
to
you
that
have to
game?
fight.
Right, and that's what I said. But then when it gets to like the shooters, man, like playing the Call of Duty beta, man, we gotta get into that. But like get into talk about Call of Duty, like just looking at the animations, like it feels like I'm there, like I'm in there. Like I feel like this could easily be ported to a VR and I'll be set, I'll be lit. You know what I'm saying? So later down the road, huh?
Would you do that shit in real life?
Would I join the army in real life? I'll say that for another podcast. It all depends on who my president is. Vote 2020. But back to the discussion, man. Just to wrap it up, you know what I'm saying. But all I'm gonna say is that maybe down the road with the next PlayStation, the next Xbox, maybe more games will have that toggle button where you can go first person and third person. Because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I like to see the cosmetics and stuff on some of my characters, but at the same time, I like it when the controllers just feel good and like I could just see the gun in my hand, like a Far Cry or Destiny or a Call of Duty.
Y'all missing out on some great games.
Like Destiny, y'all know how cold it would be on Destiny if y'all would just.
Well, Destiny dried out, but it was at one.
It was at one
game,
point.
but like
yes.
Borderlands.
Oh my
Borderlands,
god.
that is. With you, I'm specifically talking to like
Chaos
because like to Busa because Chaos said he could play one first person, he just doesn't.
Right.
Games like Borderlands, seeing how you like Red Dead and GTA and not Destiny, Division, you would love Borderlands, but you know, it's first person.
Yeah, dog, I can't get by that. I literally cannot get by that. Every time I boot up a first-person game, it just doesn't work out for me, bro.
So before we end the conversation on this, I just would like to know because like everybody else here except Busa can kind of, you know, ride both waves easily. Deal with it at least. Judd look at it like it's a damn sin. So my question to you, Judd, because I remember when me and Busa was younger, we used to play Halo and all that shit. So my question is,
Halo is different. Halo is completely different. Can't break that up. The story mode on Halo and the gameplay was just so epic.
And you played Modern Warfare. The first one.
Destiny is practically Halo. If you can play Halo, you can play Destiny.
No, it's not the same for me. I played Destiny.
Same developer.
It's not the same for me. I have Destiny in my library. It doesn't feel the same for me, bro.
Is it like a visual thing? Is it just because you can't see over corners, or is it just like you don't see it?
Bro, it's just I'm so used to seeing my character.
The cosmetic, so it's more of a cosmetic thing.
Yeah,
just the way you're able to move. It doesn't feel as smooth to you.
Listen, could you just imagine
playing Warframe?
Can you just imagine playing like what is that football game? That like NFL games.
Madden.
In first person, bro. Yeah.
They actually had one Madden do that.
They actually have
that
it
is
so
so
you can do it
stupid,
first
bro.
person.
That's so. No, that would be
go
so
into the body, like you looking through the helmet, and you're actually looking at the defense and stuff like that. It's pretty crazy, but it's hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Right, it's hard.
Imagine playing the whole game like that. You're the quarterback. You're the fucking wide receiver. You're all this shit.
Well,
your position changes, and all you see is inside of the helmet, bro.
All right,
that's just stupid, bro.
All right, does anybody have anything final to say on this? I think this subject probably gonna have to get brought back in a later time. Probably when Cyberpunk 2077 comes up, we'll have another discussion. I'm pretty sure AJ's gonna end up getting that game. I'm pretty sure Judd's probably gonna touch it or try it out. I'm pretty sure, and then he'll probably Redbox it because that's gonna be a monster game when it comes out. Trust me. Anybody else got anything to say before we move on?
Yeah, fuck first person.
Man, fuck third person. That's on God.
First person.
All right. Language.
First person.
Yeah,
Language.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
We're
Forget
it. You right.
This ain't no Patreon. We ain't got no Patreon yet, okay?
All right, so
Forget first person.
forget it, man.
All right,
So just like we were
Call of
talking
Duty
about,
beta.
yeah,
Call of Duty
let's get
beta.
back to this first person.
Get back to the first person.
All right, man. The beta's been out. Go ahead, Steelers.
Yeah, I know we talked about it a few weeks ago, me and Biggs, when the
Alpha.
OB King Ninja, by the way, sorry.
Yeah.
When the alpha came out, the 2v2 alpha, we touched on it. We said we'll talk when the beta came out. Well, the beta came out,
Right.
and of course you would have to expect that there's bugs and stuff like that because this is them actually testing the server and stuff like that. But for the most part, it is pretty good. I mean, it's very fluent. There's not a whole lot of lag. I mean, of course, like every single game that comes out, people are already finding their little things that they hate about the game. Oh man, these stupid this, stupid that, campers.
Stupid campers.
Listen, camping's gonna be for life. Everyone's gonna do it. And I think the reason being, and my buddy the other night made a good point, is they tested with always having the HUD off. So you'll never have a map, even in core, which I actually kind of liked because it gave a different aspect to the game. Usually, like if you're in a building, right, and you got a couple claymores out and you're kind of patrolling a building. I don't want to say camping, but I don't just sit in a corner. But I patrol the building, go upstairs, go downstairs, check doors, check windows, and stuff like that.
No.
And a lot of times, if you're standing there and you hear footsteps, you can easily quickly look at the map. And if you see your teammate's triangle, okay, that's just my teammate. I don't have to, I can keep doing what I'm doing. Where when there was no HUD and or map, whatever you want to call it, if you're in a building and you put up a couple claymores or whatever, and you hear footsteps, you don't know if it's your teammate. You don't know if it's an enemy. You're actually forced to go investigate, go check it out. Leave your post and go, let me see who that is, because I don't want to just get shot in the back, So I kind of like that. It gave a little different feel to it, but they want to putting the HUD back today or yesterday, so the map's back on core at least. Like I said, it's all in testing. We don't know what the final product's going to be, but as far as the game itself, I said this before. I thought it was back. Call of Duty's back. I said it kind of
premature.
Felt like no, it's not premature. I would say as of right now, this is probably the better to best Call of Duty to be made since Ghost. What was before Advanced Warfare? I think it was Ghost. Ghost.
It was Ghost.
Advanced Warfare absolutely just destroyed the.
And let's not talk about Infinity. Holy shit!
Yeah, and then Infinity Warfare just
funeral
trashed the thing. Black Ops 3 kind of brought it back a little bit, but they still have that flying around shit. But this definitely has a Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 feeling. The kill streaks, they brought back the OG kill streaks, the Harrier. They call it the VTOL something now. They brought back the AC-130, but it's called the gunship. They brought back the emergency airdrop. They brought back the tactical insertion.
Back the nuke?
Yes, they brought back the nuke, and I haven't confirmed this myself, but when I was playing with my cousin's tied into a lot of like Twitter shit and like gamer pages and stuff like that. Apparently, there was a famous YouTuber who got a nuke first day of the beta.
Wow.
Right off the rip already. So, I think. For this one, they're just going to have it active for everyone. Usually it's 25 kills, all from your gun and or equipment. Kill streaks do not count towards the nuke. You have to get 25 kills, and it ends the game.
Wow.
So like I said, haven't looked into that, so I don't know how true that was. But, my cousin usually...
he's on point.
He's usually on point, because he always sends me a bunch of stuff on updates and stuff.
All right,
coming out, but I like it. The feel of the guns, it feels good.
All right.
I hope they come out next week. They're testing the What is it?
32
Crossplay next week.
Oh, crossplay. Oh, wow.
Well, yeah. Next week is Ground War, 32-person Ground War. They tested the 20v20 this week, and that actually was pretty successful.
Is this crossplay going to be Xbox and PS4, or is it just PS4, PC? Or?
Right now, I've heard two things. I've heard all three.
Okay, like
I
Fortnite.
heard they're going to test all three and see how PC does. It may just be PlayStation and Xbox.
Okay.
I don't know 100%.
That'll be
what
interesting.
It's going to be. That's going to be next week. It's open beta for everyone. This was a closed beta. But it's good. I'm curious to see what they clean up. The one thing they had to clean up was lobbies. You couldn't go. It was hard to find lobbies with more than 3 people in your group.
Yeah.
And it got to a point some nights where after every game you had to reset your lobby, so someone else had to host. You had to back out, and then someone else hosts, and then you found the lobby. It was kind of stupid, but
yeah, me and
once
Biggs
again,
ran through that.
This is a beta. They're fixing bugs, but once you get into a game, clean, smooth, killing's great. I absolutely love getting Claymore kills. I fucking laugh every time. I don't know why. It's hilarious.
All right, we'll get back to Call of Duty when we get closer to release and when it releases and give us our final take on that, because I'm sure you got it pre-ordered, so you gonna be one of the first ones in there. Speaking of update,
DM Diggs.
Yep. Speaking of update, Red Dead's update finally came out. I need Random to give us your little quick rundown of the update and what you think about it, and does this feel like Red Dead is getting back to where it should be?
I don't know if it is back to where it should be. It's definitely a start in the right direction.
Okay.
Got me back to playing again. There are, the 3 categories that they give you to choose from. You get the collector, you get the trader, which basically is like a hunter, and then you get like the bounty hunter, which you go out, collect bounties, people dead or alive. It's pretty cool, man. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been spending some time on it.
What do you think about the battle pass and the tier system? Is that something fun, or you think it's just BS? What's your honest take on that?
It is BS, only for the simple fact that I feel like they should have brought more for free before they started making people pay.
Right. Right.
Given the 3 classes are kind of free, but they're only free if you have Twitch Prime, if you have
PS Plus,
PlayStation Plus, and if you have
Grand Theft Auto 5,
all of the pieces from Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay.
But so I mean, it's not too bad.
Ooh. Boosa, what about you, man? What you think about the new Red Dead update, man? I know you've been putting some time in there too.
The way I see it, man, it's much needed, man. It is much needed. I ain't get to go through all of the different aspects that they updated yet, but so far, I mean, it's doing pretty good. The only thing I'm gonna have to go with Random on it is they should have offered more of the stuff for free before they started making people pay for it, like off rip. Like, not everybody has, the gold bar sitting around like that.
Right.
But the game's been out for so long, people got so bored, they spent it all up.
Right. I feel like, and they would be scared to even spend money on a game that they not sure about.
Exactly, and it's like, this update's out now. What if the update runs dry, and then they spend money on the gold bars for no reason? The game's done in like 2-3 weeks or something. What happens?
Right. Well, we'll see, man. We're gonna keep our eye on it, because I think that battle pass I think it's over with in October, or the end of October or November or something like that. So we'll see if it's gonna be like Fortnite, where once this battle pass is up, it's gonna be a new theme and more stuff to grind for. If it's something like that, I don't know, that'd be a little irritating, because I mean, just like Fortnite, I stopped playing Fortnite because I was tired of paying every season just to unlock more cosmetics. I'm not doing that. I'm not paying $100 for the year just to play for 6 weeks. You know, that's just
What? The battle pass only used to last 45 days. That wasn't a whole. You spending more than $100 in a year if you're trying to keep up with that Fortnite
Right.
battle
Pretty
pass.
sure it's gonna be that way, but I don't think it's gonna be that crazy because like battle passes, like even for Apex, it's only $10. But
Right,
You get,
so
like,
it's
12 weeks. You get like
Right.
12 weeks before the new one comes out.
right. Well,
So
we'll see. We'll see where Red Dead. I mean, we're getting closer to the end of the year, so we're gonna have some big games come out. So everything's gonna get big updates. I'm looking forward to Destiny, Shadowkeep. You know, Borderlands. That's another big one that just came out. But I heard they having some technical issues. But you know, they working on that. So we'll see. We'll see how everything goes, man. I think that's everything else on the PS front. Anybody wants to say on the BS front before we close out for this episode, man? What's going on?
Fuck first
I
person.
think
That's
everything
BS.
was just everything was PS side today. I don't think there's any real BS. It's,
All right. I'm gonna sneak in this little BS, man. So your boy went and watched Child's Play.
How was it?
Let me sum it up like this, man. Let me say, hey Andy. Yes, Chucky. Can you take us to McDonald's? Why, Chucky? They have Wi-Fi. All right, that's it. That's it. That's it. Hey, that's it, man. That's PS and BS, man.
To find out.
That was PS and BS, man. Episode 3, man. Hey, we out of here, man. It's lining out, man.
For life.
Fuck first person, third person all day.
Oh my God. Move out the way, move out the way.